Yeah, guys. Right. I wasn't going to do one today. Today is Tuesday, Tuesday lunchtime. Mentioned it a few times. I don't know when I'm going to post it, but it's Tuesday lunchtime. I just had what I thought was going to be my first therapy session. Yeah. And I'm going to go on a bit of a rant. So, how it works is, and I did this 3 years ago while I was going through a bad period, about 3.5 years ago. And step one, and this is how it's referred, this isn't my explanation for it, this is how it's called. Step one is you going to your GP. Your GP will refer you to NHS Talking Therapies. That's NHS Manchester Talking Therapies. And I will name them because they do have the right to reply. So let's hear it. Because we're paying for this. Good old NHS. Pots and pans on a Thursday. And maybe it's just the fucking Tories. And by the way, the guy I spoke to, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. He's doing his job. He's doing a great job. And I don't blame the GP. They're doing the best they can with what they're provided. But I'm fucking pissed off. I'm really pissed off. So step two, you get sent to the middleman. And the middleman is NHS Talking Therapies, middleman or woman. And they're like a conductor. They will then refer you on to where they think you would benefit most from. Now, before I, as some people would describe, go down the self-pitying route, well, there's people worse off than you. I'm aware of that. I'm very aware of that. There's always somebody worse off than you. It's the best course of self-awareness to understand, however bad your situation is, you're probably at any one time a few meters away from somebody who's got a far more horrific story than you or me. But that doesn't mean I haven't been going through a bad time. I've lost the most important person in my life. I'm about to open a new restaurant, which is really fucking stressful. Really stressful. I'm moving house. And yeah, I've got the Holy Free all at the same time. No time off to do anything. And it's not easy and it's getting a little bit too much. And look, I'm not going to do anything stupid to myself because I have hope, however slim it is, that some point in the future, Gaia will hopefully, by me showing progress, give this relationship another go many months down the line. It's not going to be a quick thing. So while that hope's there, that's the hope that keeps you alive. It keeps you moving forward. There's not going to be any funny today, by the way. Maybe a little bit, but there's no fucking funny today. So the middleman, it's moving my nicotine pouch to the other side. Nordic Spirit, sponsor the show. And it was just 40 minutes. I know they've got to do this, just questionnaire stuff. Do you consider yourself to be a danger to children? Well, yeah, if they're talking in a cinema, I fucking hate kids. Can't stand them. So yeah, all these weird questions. You're like, okay, and we get through it. And at the end, he comes to the same conclusion that I was. Oh, okay, yeah, we're going to refer you now to step three. And step three, so that step two is the middle person. I've waited, by the way, 3 weeks to have that 1 hour conversation on the phone. 3 weeks. Fine, whatever. Are you ready for this? Drum roll. Up to a 12-month waiting list to speak to a therapist. 12 months. He said, T-burps. At best, 10 months. That's optimistic. 12-month waiting list to see a therapist. And that's not done like, I must emphasize this going back to what I opened with. That's not about the severity of what you're going through, because actually, apparently, I scored very at high risk. I've done so well. It's the only time I've done well in a test. Oh, wait. It's meant to be a low score. Okay. And yeah, I'm talking about this just in case anyone else has gone through this and anybody's thinking of going through this. This is what you're up against. 12-month waiting list. He basically directed me towards the private sector. Have you thought about using any paid services? It looks like I am now. But imagine if some people don't have that option. Some people don't have a spare 65 quid per week spare to see a therapist. And that's cheap. 65 quid would be a cheap option. Now, luckily, Guy has found one. It's an online one for 35 quid, I think, a week. And they'll see you like screen to screen. Okay? So there's no lying down on the couch. Or maybe it could be your own couch. I want that face to face, but you get what you can get, and it's something I'm going to have to explore. But can you imagine if somebody, and again, what I said first, however bad my time I'm going through right now is, there's somebody out there who's going through such a worse time than me. 12 fucking months? What are you, a fucking dentist? 12 months? That's just, honestly. I had to have 5 minutes. Guy came in. She was next door while I was doing it, because the middleman's a telephone call. Because again, apparently we're in COVID times, and she came through after because she heard the call had finished. So how was it? And I just looked at her like, I need a minute. Just give me it. Just give me a minute. And yeah, really, really disappointing. Massive anticlimax. I want to so bad, not just for myself, to keep that hope alive going forward. I want to put these building blocks in place. I think temporarily I need a plaster on the cut, but that doesn't solve any long-term issues because the cut will keep opening again. I need to put those building blocks in place, and I'm aware of that, more so than ever. But these are the walls you have to run through. These are the fucking hurdles you have to face. 12-month waiting list to speak to somebody because you're in pain. Okay, fine. Looks like I'm going private. So yeah, Nordic Spirit, please sponsor the show. Please, or Biotin. And I'm pissed off with Biotin, by the way, as well. Right. You see, I got overconfident about the other episode, some hairs coming back. The moment I mentioned some hairs coming back, I'm losing more hair in another place now. Are you ready for the reverse Adolf Hitler moustache? The reverse one. Now, I've only got like a day's worth of stubble, so I don't know if you could see it, but I actually noticed this watching the last episode back. Look at this. 2 little lines. You see him? 2 little lines there. It's falling out. I'm going to have like a little reverse balding Hitler place. That's terrible. This can't happen. I'm nearly single. I can't lose this. I'm hanging on. He's a boxer in the 10th. Just ducking and weaving. Ducking and weaving. Holding onto the ropes. He's going to take a knee. But yeah, fucking hell. Really pissed off. Went for a run this morning. Went for a run with Gaia. She didn't push me in the lake. Result. The meal we went to. When did I do the last episode? No, I recorded it before the meal. The meal was lovely. Sparrows. I shouldn't mention Sparrows because it's hard enough to get a fucking table as it is. Sparrows is just in Manchester City Centre. It's the detail, from its decor, the lighting, the level of the music, to the service, to the food. It's just remarkable. remarkable. It never, that could have been the best meal we've ever had there, and it just gets better and better. But yeah, they really looked after us, and yeah, it was sad, but it was a really good night. And we went to Mulligan's after. I got fucking drunk, which then leads me to work. So Monday, the morning after, was the first day. Um, the first day we got the whole new team together. It's the first day of the training. They've got today and Wednesday off, and then on Thursday we're doing a brewery tour, and then we're on site this Friday, getting the keys back off the builders, deep cleaning, taking in deliveries. That's what we're doing. And I think I was still drunk, meeting all my new colleagues. I was fucking wasted, and I had to pull over one of my chefs who knows me. I can't give you his name. And I said, "Can you just smell me?" And this guy, he's just coming up to me. I don't know how this must have looked to the rest of the room. He's just like going, "You're good. You're good to go." So have you got a paracetamol? And I was fine after an hour, but I'm trying to do this presentation, introducing myself to the whole team after the GM, and I had to do it. And I've had to put my hands in my pockets because I had the shakes. It's not good. Wasn't good. Going to a gig tonight. A really good friend of mine. She's taken pity on me because she thinks because it's so close to Valentine's, I shouldn't be on my own. Me and Guy never did anything for Valentine's. We are anti-Valentine's. But she's taken me to a really good gig tonight. Really looking forward to that at the Deaf Institute in Manchester. They're a really exciting young band in London, from London, and yeah, really looking forward to that tonight. But I'm going to tell you about a dream nightmare I had last night. Now, again, please, we're honest. Mr. Honesty here. There are no red flags. Please, it's a fucking nightmare. And by the way, as soon as this nightmare, I woke from this nightmare in a panic. It was quite early on, about 1:30 in the morning. I'm like, just like, oh God. And I look over and Guy is still next to me. Like, oh, jeez. Oh, Jesus. I was like, and I actually woke her up to tell her about the nightmare. So again, please understand, this is just a nightmare, and at no point was there any subconscious thought processes going on. I'd fucking hope not. So in the nightmare I had, the dream I had, if anybody wants to read into dreams, yeah, if anyone reads into dreams, please explain this to me. The first one I imagine is pretty easy. Very soon into March, within days of March beginning, I was on a bus going down Wimslow Road in Rusholme, and I looked out the window and into one of these really shitty kebab shops was Gaia, a new boyfriend whose name I know is Paul, but I don't know how I would have known that because I don't think there was an interaction, and he wasn't wearing a name badge. His name was Paul for some reason. That's what I took from it. And with meeting her parents, I was fucking devastated. And the next thing I know is back at the house, which makes no sense because we would have been living together. We won't be living together then in March. Is I'm sorry to say it. I beat her up. I was fucking. This is what I woke up in, a complete state, and I'm talking. Now this gets weirder. Punching her relentlessly, like Manny Pacquiao, like throwing overhand rights, straight lefts, smacking her. But here's the weird bit: she wasn't resisting, and she was smiling through the whole thing like this. It was like it's not like a happy smile. It was like a passive aggressive smirk like this. And every time I punch her, a fake bruise immediately appears like newspaper ink. Like it was so strange. And whatever I did, however hard I punched her, she kept smiling. Fucked up. Fucked up. And I woke up and I could not get back to sleep after this nightmare. It's just like, oh God, it really shook me up. So yeah, if anybody could tell me what beating up your ex is in a dream, what that means, please let me know. But yeah, that's about it, guys. 12-month fucking waiting list. New hair falling out. And work's really gonna be stressful. I know it's a good distraction. I need to throw myself into it. But do you know what would be nice from work? Work know about this, by the way. I said this, I think, episode 1 or 2. I reached out to 3 people at work about what I'm going through. As far as, actually 4 people, as far as operations manager level and HR. They know about what I'm going through. Because they need to know what I'm going through because of the scale of the project we're about to deliver and that I'm a big part of. And the language has been amazing. But no one's coming out. I'm not asking for a fucking hug, okay? I don't want flowers, but just come and ask me, are you okay? Just come and ask me, are you all right? Are you good? Just, are you good? And do that for a friend, by the way, not just me, anybody. If you think they're suffering, just go and ask them, okay? Fuck, shit, that just reminds me, one last thing. So we went to Sparrows. We went to Mulligan's, as I've mentioned. This is a weird one. As we were in Mulligan's, me and Guy are at the bar, and if you've ever been to Mulligan's, it's always crowded. Like, you could go in at 6 o'clock in the morning on a Monday, not that we're open, and it's rammed. And this girl leaves her seat, walks some distance, which is stressful in Mulligan's, because you got to queue barge for everybody, and taps Guy on the shoulder and says, are you okay? And Gaia said, yeah, I'm fine. And this girl said, okay, I was just checking. Like Gaia was giving off like hostage vibes. And I was just like, what do you mean? What did she say? She asked me if I was okay. I went, well, of course you what does that fucking mean? Are you okay? It says, well, actually, that's a nice thing. Maybe she was reading into signals. And what signals are we giving off here? We're having a great night. I didn't say it like this. I'm not with that kind of body language, I promise. That would be cause to go up and ask if someone was okay. I was just like, I can't let. We're now on Tuesday afternoon, and I'm still thinking about not the beautiful food we had or the great last meal we had together. All I'm thinking about is, why did that girl go up to Guy and ask her if she was okay? Right. Anyway, that's it. Got rest of the day off. Got a lot of shit to do around my house. Tomorrow, the rearranged house move, which was meant to happen on Sunday, hopefully is now happening tomorrow morning. And yeah, have a good week, guys. Take care. Oh, give the channel a fucking follow, please. And, even a like if you're feeling flirtatious. But yeah, please give it a follow, a subscribe. We are going to have some exciting things coming up. Okay, I want to build a community of lonely hearts and desperados and, people who have grieved or people who have been through this fucking process and can reach out and help the other ones out. It can be like a depressing cult. And I could be your depressing cult leader, where we can all drink the Kool-Aid together. Okay? So join me. Drink the Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid or Kool-Aid? Not sure. Have a good one. Bye-bye.